Welcome in, air signs. Let's go ahead and take a look at the energy of the upcoming week. We are going to look at October 6th through the 12th, 2024. So thanks so much for being here. So we're going to ask 3 questions. What is the overall energy of the week? What should air signs stop doing and start doing? So welcome in. So air signs, this is a reading for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini for this upcoming week. So I'm going to pull an oracle card and then we'll clarify it with a tarot card. So thanks so much for being here, air signs. This is Heather with Heather's Healing. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate your support. Okay, so for the collective watching this video and or listening to this video, what is the overall energy of the upcoming week for air signs? The overall energy of this upcoming week for air signs. Well, I keep hearing peaceful and quiet, so that's nice. Let's see what else is coming up. And what should air signs stop doing this week? What should they avoid or stop doing this week? And what should air signs start doing this week? And thanks so much for being here, you guys. I hope you are doing well. I'm going to go ahead and scoot this back a little bit. And we will clarify with tarot for each card. So clarification for the overall energy of this upcoming week for air signs. All right. Whoops. Clarification on what they should stop doing. This one feels like it wants to come out too. Maybe this is a bonus. We'll sit this here. And clarification on what they should start doing this week. All right, air signs, let's see what's going on for you guys. Ooh, very interesting. It's card number 22, so we have a master number here. The card says the alchemy of poison. Interesting. Transformational lessons, reclaiming personal choice, and radical forgiveness. Very interesting. And this is the overall energy of the upcoming week. I wonder if that's why we were getting the peaceful and the quiet. This could be a great week or an invitation this week to go within, to take a look and reflect on what is happening with you, what is going on with you, where are you stepping out of your power, where is radical forgiveness needed. Interesting message here. I really like the mix of the blue and the red here as well. So how do you find that peaceful calm? How do you find that peaceful center amongst chaos? That might be one of the major lessons or themes or ideas that are coming up this week. Let's see what the tarot card is for this. Hey, how about that? The Magician. And we're talking about alchemy. How perfect is that? The Magician is all about alchemizing. The Magician is all about standing in her power, using what is available to create the best outcome. So this is the overall energy of this week. So it could be a little bit of a challenging week for air signs if you allow it to be. The other way you could look at this is you're being challenged to alchemize the energy. You're being challenged to create peace or create forward movement out of what might be a difficult situation. So if you can look at it as you're being the magician and you're alchemizing the situation for the highest good of all involved, that could be a really fun way of looking at this energy. I really like these 2 cards together. First off, with the Magician and with the number 22, this is mastery type of energy. So you are asking to step up and and be a master of your life. If things aren't moving in the direction that you would like, if you want to see some changes, how can you bring that about? So I love this. Some big lessons this week around mastery. But with the Magician up right here, that's also telling me that you have what you need to change the outcome. You have what you need to move yourself in a different direction. I also feel like any challenges that could be coming up this week could be leading you to a better outcome. It could be leading you in a different direction. Maybe it's time for you to shift and pivot in some areas of your life. So, pay attention to that this week. Really beautiful energy, though. The Magician card's a fantastic card. Um, total mastery. And whenever I see the Magician card, I often do think of Metatron's energy. He very much, it's a mastery energy. It's making the best, making the most of the moment. And it's inspired action. And when I say inspired, I mean it's divinely inspired. You're not coming from a place of ego. It is, you're being divinely led. This is also a lot of creativity too. So you're standing in a very powerful place, air signs. So lots of divine intervention this week. I'm just trying to keep the shine off the cards. So what should air signs stop doing this week? We've got a lot of red and blue coming in, don't we? So the card says open-mindedness, perspective, nuance, and complexity. This and that are true. So you're being asked to be flexible in your thinking. You're being asked, which goes along with this whole Magician energy. You're being asked to avoid black and white thinking. And again, with the red and the blue, how can you stay grounded in your truth, but still be open to new ideas, open to new inspired action? I like the flames coming off the crown, which is telling me like spirit is lighting you up. So avoid, black and white thinking this week. I also like the mix of, maybe you have moments where you are angry, you have moments where you're really upset, but that anger, if you allow it, can become inspired action as well. Anger is a great motivator if you choose to use it in that way. So lots of flexibility. Oh my gosh, and look at that. We've got the Hierophant, another master energy here. So far, air signs, you have two major arcana cards here. The Hierophant is asking you to rely on all of the skills that you have learned to master emotions, to transmute energy. So this could be a challenging week. This could be a week where you are being challenged to be the best version of yourself. And that might not be super easy. It's really easy to, be the peaceful, happy, uplifting voice of reason when things are going well or when things are going your way. But the real test comes in when you're being challenged. So, really relying on what you have learned. So I would say definitely avoid quick reactions. Stop yourself and before you take an action, especially if you're taking an action because you're angry or you're frustrated, take a few minutes to kind of step back and have a higher perspective. Take a moment and just a breather this week. So very interesting, air signs. It does feel like a little bit of a challenge here. I like it though. I mean, that's how we master skills and really learn things. So embody things, integrate things. It's one thing to understand something intellectually it's a total nother thing to be able to put it into practice into day-to-day life. And I feel like air signs, you are getting the chance to integrate and put into action all that you have learned. And it could also be showing you all the things that maybe you might need to polish up or learn a little more about, or learn some different skills, learn some different coping skills or something like that as well. So, ooh, I love this. All of the eyes, this reminds me of Metatron too. I do feel like Metatron is going to be with air signs. I mean, he's with us all if you choose that. But oftentimes when I see Metatron, I see him with eyes, like all over eyes. So very interesting. This card always reminds me of him, of it, whatever you want to refer to Ascended Masters as. Okay, so this is what you should start this week, air signs. Inspired vision, clarity, perception, revelation. All eyes are open. Card number 25. Oh, this card was 35. I don't know if I said that. So really looking at all possibilities, looking at all sides of things, being very open. Again, we have a lot of inspired vision, inspired creativity, reclaiming personal choice. There's a lot of inspiration. There's a lot of divine, I want to say divine intervention coming through this week as well. So be sure to keep your eyes open. Look for the moments of clarity this week. Pay attention to and I know I say this quite often, but pay attention to, I thought I just heard a cat meow. Stay open to repeating patterns, repeating ideas, repeating thoughts, but just keep your eyes really open. And this might be a week where you're gathering information rather than taking action. So let's see what the clarifier is. We have the Two of Pentacles. So, oh no, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like regarding community, family, yeah, I'm going to say family, but community, money, I'm hearing retirement, big decisions regarding community, family, retirement, legacy, anything around those types of things. I would say I wouldn't take action on this week. I would gather information. I feel like there's more information to gather. So rather than taking a lot of action this week, I feel like it's a week of gathering information, paying attention, watching what's going on around you. These are things to start doing this week. I also would say, and I feel like this message is probably for just a few people here, it's okay to break tradition. If you're struggling with making a decision or wanting to do something different that might go against family tradition, it might go against your lineage, it might go against the way you were raised. This could be stepping away from a religion. It could be anything like that, permission granted. It's okay to break that tradition if that feels like the appropriate thing to do for you. Wow, so very interesting week. And notice we have some really dark, the dark purples, the dark black. It also, and I feel this with the Magician, it could be going into a time period where you're kind of in an in-between place, air signs, and that might become very evident this week. Maybe you are transitioning from, one area in your life into another area, and you haven't quite figured out how it's all going to work yet. It's that kind of energy when it's that liminal space type of energy. When I see a lot of the darker colors, that's what comes to mind. So it's like new things are they haven't yet birthed yet. They're coming into being, you know. I'm hearing it's a primer. You're being primed. Interesting. Let's see what the bonus card is over here. 2 or 5 of Swords. So we have the 5 of Swords here. It's an interesting card to get as kind of like a side note here, you know, and maybe this is part of being in that liminal space and part of what you're being asked to alchemize. This is letting go of grudges. It is releasing agreements that no longer serve you. This could also be, you know, soul contracts that you have with people that are done. You know, this could be a signal that there, you know, are people that are getting ready to leave your life, relationships that are ending. But you're being invited this week to let go of grudges, release grudges, step out of conflict. You were not bypassing or avoiding anything this week, but you're being invited to see a higher timeline for yourself and to do things differently. It feels like a major, and it's only, you know, 1 week, but it feels like a lot of opportunity for growth this week too. So very interesting, air signs. Interesting week for you. So blessings on your week ahead. If you would like a one-on-one, my info's below, and take really great care of yourself. Welcome in, Earth signs. So we are looking at the energy of the upcoming week as it relates to my Earth signs that are watching this. So Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. We're looking at the week of October 6th through October 12th, 2024. And thanks so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing well. So we're going to ask 3 questions. What is the energy of the overall week, or it could be the main theme of the week? What should Earth signs stop doing? What should they start doing? I'm going to slide this back a little bit, maybe. And let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to pull 1 oracle card, and then I'm going to pull a tarot card to clarify. So, here we go. Overall energy of the upcoming week for Earth signs. That one just flew right out. Maybe we can set that little dude here for now. Does that work for now? Okay. What should Earth signs stop doing this week? I'm hearing procrastinating. So Earth signs, if you are procrastinating, this week is not the week to do that. So what should Earth signs stop doing this week and start doing this week? And then let's go ahead and pull some tarot to clarify that. So overall energy of this upcoming week and or themes for Earth signs, clarifying the oracle card here for overall theme. And thanks so much for being here, you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. Okay. Clarifier on what to stop doing this week. Clarifier on what to start this week. All right, Earth signs, let's see what's going on. So we're starting off with beautiful emerald green here. I don't know if you can hear the sirens. Hopefully you can't. And I love the lime green in here. So renewal, hope, rejuvenation. It's that type of energy. Master number here. I think air started with a master number too. So we've got card number 11. It says cleansing, releasing resentments, making amends. And the card says order in the forest. So a week of releasing resentments is what is really standing out to me. Let's see what the, 5 of Cups. Releasing expectations of others. Have you felt let down? Have you felt let down by others recently? Have you felt let down by yourself? And this week, you might be let down by people that it's disappointing. It could be people that are very close to you, people that know you well. I'm hearing people that should know better. We're releasing our expectations of others. We're also releasing the idea that others should be filling your cup, or that others should be making you happy, or whatever other ideas you think others should be doing for you. So definitely a week to take a look at. Well, and I think air signs had this message too: radical forgiveness this week. So that might be the theme of the week for all of us. Do check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign this week. So yeah, releasing resentments, and that releasing of resentments, that releasing of expectations of others, it does clear, it makes space. It makes space for you to experience more happiness and joy. It creates more space for you to create happiness and joy for yourself, but it is really a renewing energy. It's very healing. Resentments and grudges hold us back. They make us sick. They keep us from being present. They also keep us from connecting with our guides. Resentment is and grudges are a very, it's a low frequency, and it's not to shame or judge anybody, but it really does, it will get you stuck. Okay, so let's go ahead and slide this back so I have a little bit more room, and let's see what else comes up. So interesting messages here. I do like the color green though. I love that there's that lime green color coming through, which brings in the energy of hope as well. Okay, so what should our earth signs stop doing? Very interesting. Card number 39, it says emergence of protection, boundaries, self-preservation, trusting in divine protection. So you're being asked to lower your boundaries. You're being asked to lower your walls. I feel like this is definitely tied in with the resentment piece. If you are releasing your resentments and you're not holding grudges, you actually have less to protect yourself. And I'm hearing someone's guide saying, yeah, this is how you prevent well, I can't go there because so and so is going to be there and they did this, that, and whatever, and I can't be around that energy. And no, yeah, I can't go there because I might run into this person and I'm still really pissed off at them for all of the crap they did, like, last year. So it's freedom. So this letting go of grudges, it's a way of you don't need to do all that self-preservation because you're standing in your power and you're whole. Interesting. And the other thing that I'm really noticing here too is more of like the salmon kind of color here, which invites in healing of your root chakra. It's inviting in healing of the fact that you are safe and you don't need to protect yourself. Trust that there is divine protection around you. And you don't need to be so rigid with your boundaries. I feel like earth signs, I feel like it's a week where you're being asked to kind of soften a little bit, soften around the edges. Oh, interesting. We're talking about soften around the edges. The clarifier card here is the Queen of Swords, who can be quite rigid. She's too much in her head. She's very, very intelligent, well-spoken, really good at navigating herself out of situations. I feel, and this is what you're being asked to not do this week. So stay out of your head and do your best to not talk yourself out of things that could be experiences that might bring you a lot of joy. Don't worry so much about who might be there or who owes you what or who you feel, did you wrong. Yeah, definitely just an invitation to soften around the edges. Hmm. Okay, let's look at what should Earth signs start doing this week. Oh, I love this. So the card, I love this bright red. It says inspiration, passion, obsession, cleansing fire in the midst of the radiant fire. Card number 31. This does feel like a purification this week. It feels like just a cleansing out of anything that isn't serving you. And maybe there are some relationships that, you know, you're just not resonating with that person anymore. Maybe there are some relationships that need to go. And maybe some of those come to light this week. Pay attention to that. Maybe part of the reason why you might be feeling so disappointed and let down by others is maybe you're putting, well, first off, don't have expectations ever. Expectations always disappoint. I have a little note over here. It says let go of expectations and just be. Expectations still joy. And interesting, I wrote that little message down when I was getting ready to do the video about the red ray, and we've got the red ray. So, tap into the energy of the red ray for strengthening of your body, but let go of those expectations this week. And, maybe it's time, maybe there's relationships or things happening in your life that are taking time away from you connecting with your passions, connecting with your inspiration, in the midst of radiant fire. I really love that. Let's see what Nine of Wands. Feeling overwhelmed, feeling burned out. Maybe you've been trying to do too much all at once. Maybe you've been trying to please too many people. Maybe part of the problem, Earth signs, is you have been expecting too much out of yourself and expecting you to be there for too many people. That could also be why maybe you're feeling really kind of let down. Maybe you are constantly saying yes to people and saying yes to helping others. And then, when you go and ask for help, or you are hoping somebody will step up for you and they don't, you feel really let down. I totally understand that. But it does feel like a week to pull back a little bit, take care of yourself, because we do have the Nine of Wands here. So that could be a message that you are nearing, feeling burned out. It's also a card of self-reliance, but I feel like Earth signs, I feel like you can rely on yourself. This is definitely a week focused more on how other people are showing up in your life. So I feel like this is a good week to just observe how people are showing up in your life without judgment, and observe, get some information. Don't have no expectations of how others should show up for you this week, and just see who is showing up for you this week. See what's going on there. Really interesting too with the red and the green, because these are two colors that can really balance themselves out this week. So I do feel like you are finding balance between rejuvenating, renewing your energy, and also staying very creative, staying very grounded. And I'm also hearing burning through relationships. So maybe maybe be a little discerning with that. Don't just be cutting people off just because they disappointed you. We all disappoint people. I mean, it happens. Interesting week. I would love to hear from my earth signs. Is there a relationship or some challenges that come up this week around resentments, grudges, and expectations? I'd love to hear what's going on with you. All right, so Earth signs, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I hope you have a beautiful week. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, water signs, welcome in. So let's go ahead and take a look at the upcoming week, which is October 6th through the 12th, 2024. We're going to go ahead and look at the overall energy of the upcoming week for water signs, or this could be like the main theme. We're going to look at what should water signs stop doing this week and what should they start doing this week. So thanks so much for being here, water signs. So we are looking at Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus for additional information. All right, so let's go ahead and slide that back a little bit. All right, so for our water signs, Spirit, calling in our guides and guardians, energy of water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, what is the overall theme and or energy of this upcoming week for water signs? What should they stop doing this week? What should they start doing this week? I'm hearing be quiet and listen. However, that seems to kind of be a similar message from a lot of signs. It's like a week of gathering information, paying attention, being very perceptive. And let's get a clarifier for the main energy and or theme of the week for air signs, for water signs. Whew, that one those two just came right out, so we'll take those. Clarifier on what to stop this week. And clarifier on what to start this week. Okay, water signs, let's see what we've got here. So main energy of the week, overall energy of the week. Ooh, talk about water signs. Look how pretty this is. I like it. Reclamation, second chances, rebirth, and emotional healing. Another chance to be. It's card number 36. And there's two little octopuses on here. Definitely water energy. I love this. I love the flow. I love the emotional healing, giving second chances. I feel like this is kind of a similar theme for all signs so far this week. Reclamation, renewal, rebirth, second chances. That feels really big for all signs, but yeah, especially for water signs, second chances. And I love this blue energy welcoming in. I'm hearing radiant flow. I'm trusting your intuition, trusting your instincts, and just being very open. I like that. Okay, so clarifiers here. We have the seven of cups. So it could be this week that you might be feeling a little overwhelmed with choices, possibly, especially involving relationships. You might be feeling a little iffy about whether or not to give someone a second chance. You know, if just be open. I'm just going to say that. Maybe you don't have enough information. Maybe you haven't heard the whole story. Maybe there are things to consider that haven't been brought to your awareness. So I would say just be very open this week. We also have, what do we have here? We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Well, it doesn't feel like a week where water signs are wanting to work as a team or work with others. Honestly, it feels a little you feel overwhelmed, water signs. This week you feel overwhelmed, and maybe it's a nice week to, if you can, pull back a little bit, because this can also be, this Three of Pentacles can be a card of burnout too. Just not wanting to go along with the program, and that's totally okay, because you are being asked to be open to emotional healing this week. So give yourself a break, water signs. If you're just not feeling the committing to others, committing, and this could even be not wanting to commit to um, engagements that you've been invited to, it's okay to say no. I'm just going to say, let no be your power word this week, water signs. If you're not feeling it, if it's something that you don't have to commit to, you don't have to do, give yourself some space, give yourself some time. I also feel like if you do that, you're going to be more open to, you will be coming from a more loving space. I'll just say that. So give yourself some time this week if you can do that. I like this blue energy. Let's just leave that one out. That feels very nice. I quite like that. Okay, so water signs, what should you avoid this week? This to me feels like what I was feeling here, the feeling burned out and the feeling pulled in so many different directions. The card says all the blessings everywhere. Card number 32, gifts from the universe and synchronicities. All the blessings everywhere. I mean, to me, this just feels very scattered. And maybe there's a lot of things this week that you are really wanting to do. Maybe there's some beautiful opportunities you have to connect with people this week, but you're just not feeling it. I would say make yourself a priority this week. Make yourself a priority. Let's see what the clarifier is. We've got the four of cups in reverse. I think it was air had a similar energy going on, unless it was earth. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. You can get some more info. So 4 of cups reverse. This is feeling like you're missing out, possibly. This is you're wanting to avoid things. You are not feeling cared for. You're not feeling, here's what I'm going to say. So avoid FOMO this week. Definitely don't worry about missing out. And if you have a lot of things going on, pick the ones that mean the most to you. Go to the places where you know that you are valued, you are loved, you are lifted up in. I feel like that's what you need this week. Emotional healing. I feel like water signs, you guys might need support from others this week. So put yourself in situations where you can receive love and you're not so much giving a lot of that support. You're receiving that. So a week to receive, not so much to give. Pull your energy back and allow yourself to be open to receive gifts from the universe. Allow yourself to be open to receive those synchronicities too. So nice, a very nice energy. Be open to receive. You don't have to, pull your energy back. I think that's a wonderful thing to be told, not that you don't have to do that. You don't have to be anything and everything to everyone this week. That's not going to help you. What should you start doing? The burden of choice. Card number 43. Choosing higher ground, consequences, unconscious choice making. So very interesting. You're being asked to balance this energy. Again, it's kind of going back to this not being so scattered. Putting my ear is really ringing. So what is most important to you? What is it that you're valuing this week? What is it that you are needing? How are you making choices unconsciously that aren't serving you? This could be just like when you're on automatic pilot and you're just doing because you feel like you're expected to do that. Nobody's really said you need to do that or asked you to do that, but you're doing things because you feel like you should. These are the ways you're probably burning yourself out. the burden of choice. And we had the card up here about having too many choices too. So I would say follow your intuition and go where it feels the best. Because again, this is a week for water signs to receive emotional healing, not so much forgiving. Not forgiving, like don't give what you don't have. Don't give energy you don't have. Let's see what we have here. We have the Page of Wands. So pages are students, they're learning. Wands are action, passion, the color red for sure. So making choices and taking action towards your passions, things that light you up, things that get you super excited, doing things and being around people that that light you up, that get you excited, people that fill your cup. Looking for adventure, you might just need a break. Maybe you just need to be a little impulsive and treat yourself to something, or take yourself, I don't know, out to lunch or something, or go and do something fun. But this is definitely a week to really kind of look at where you're spending your time and who you're spending your time with. Definitely how you're spending your time. Be open to new possibilities this week too. I think all of the cards have had a lot of red. We've had a lot of red energy, and we've had a lot of blue as well. So connecting with your life force, connecting with what is true to you, connecting to creativity, letting the universe inspire you, paying attention to repeating patterns, words, thoughts. If you've had like a similar idea that's came up multiple times, follow up on that. But definitely a week, water signs, take care of yourself, let other people take care of you, pull your energy back, avoid FOMO. That's not going to help you. But there is an opportunity for a really slowing down your energy, an opportunity for healing this week. An opportunity to rejuvenate yourself this week is what I'm really feeling as well. All right, water signs, I hope you have a wonderful week. Blessings on your week, and I'll talk to you soon. Welcome in, fire signs. So we are going to look at the energy of the upcoming week, which is October 6th through the 12th, 2024. Thanks so much for being here. So we're going to pull a card looking at the overall energy and or theme of the week. What should fire signs stop doing this week? What should they start doing this week? And we'll clarify it with tarot. So welcome in, fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This reading is for you. And be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okay, so fire signs. Overall theme and or energy of this upcoming week for fire signs. I'm hearing slow down. I feel like that's kind of a message that's came up for all the signs in some way. Just a need to kind of slow down, reflect, pay attention. Okay, so what should fire signs avoid this week, or not avoid? What I guess maybe avoid, but what should they stop doing? Stop doing this week. Stop going full steam ahead. Maybe don't be super impulsive this week. And what should they start doing? What should fire signs start doing this week? Okay, let's pull some clarifiers. Whoa, man, I feel like the cards are going all over the place. All right, so clarifier for fire signs for the overall theme and or energy of the week. Thanks so much for being here, by the way, you guys. I appreciate you. And I'm Heather with Heather's Healing. All right, so clarifier on the overall energy of the week. Clarifier on what to stop doing this week, and clarifier on what to start doing this week. All right, so overall energy of this week for fire signs. Metamorphosis, the in-between, a call to transformation, card number 17. Air signs had a very similar message. So metamorphosis, the in-between, maybe that's why you're being asked to slow down this week. You're in a transitional phase. You're not where you were, but you're not where you're going. I love those in-between places because there's such an opportunity to pivot, to change course. There's huge amounts of information and guidance in those places, but it can be kind of frustrating because it isn't always, the way forward isn't always clear. So I'm wondering if that's why you're being asked to kind of slow down this week. So a call to transformation this week. We have the Eight of Wands. So this is, fast moving energy, things going faster than maybe you can handle. Maybe you've bit off more than you can chew this week. I would avoid doing that. Slow down this week. Don't push yourself to the point of burnout where you're just super frustrated. I also am feeling like part of why you're being asked to kind of slow down this week and pay attention is so that you can see any potential storms coming up. So you can see any potential where the energy might be off. And if you just plow your way through it, you might be missing some clues here. So I would say definitely pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention, read between the lines type of energy this week. But slow down, fire signs. We have 2 8s here. So we've got card 17, so 7, 8, and we have the 8 of Wands. With the energy of tarot, I mean, 8s are, this is change. This is changing your routine. This could be entering stagnation. You might feel like you're in stagnant energy, but you're not. You are in the in-between. This is a bit of a pause this week. So don't force anything. I know sometimes when we feel like the energy's stagnant, you might feel like, oh, I need to do something to create some change, or I need to take fast action or something like that. Don't do that this week. Slow down this week and pay attention. It's the little things. It's the things not said. It's the things you're not seeing. I feel like they're going to be brought to your attention this week. So slow down. So what should fire signs stop doing this week? The art, it says surrender to the change. Card number 24. I love the colors on this card. The art of allowing, resilience, and adaptability. What is standing out to me here is the art of allowing. This might be a week where adapting to the situation is going to be tough. This could be a week where surrendering is not what you want to do. But you are being asked to, the art of allowing. I know this is saying what should you stop doing, but what I'm feeling from this card is not pushing through or not forcing things to be. I really feel like you're being asked to slow down. Surrender to the change. And again, we're like in the in-between. We have the metamorphosis. There is a transformation that's going on. It could also be that things are being kind of moved around, like energetically, things are being, what's the word I want to use here? Stirred up, maybe. It could be that the energy is being stirred up this week. And you might normally have a different reaction to it, but just observe it. Don't necessarily engage in it. Oh wow, we've got the Page of Wands. I think water had the same card. So what to avoid this week, what to stop doing. Don't be, it's the avoid being impulsive this week. This is also avoiding escapism, which that could also be being impulsive. You know, don't run from your life this week. You don't necessarily need to take action and rush into something, but don't avoid it either. So, you know, don't be impulsive. Don't try to run from your problems this week. Be open to change. Be open to the fact that maybe a lot of things in your life are about to change quite drastically. And this is, I mean, maybe it is kind of like the pause before the storm type of an energy here this week. But I do feel like fire signs, you're being asked to be more observant than you know, impulsive and take action. So what should fire signs be doing? Let's see what we have. Zenith at the peak, or zenith at the peak. Am I saying that right? Victory, achievement, tangible abundance. We've got a lot of red energy here. Card number 2. Let's see, what is the, oh, 10 of Cups. So really beautiful energy here. So victory, achievement, tangible abundance. That's really standing out to me, especially with the 10 of Cups. What do you have right now? So first off, taking a moment to notice your accomplishments, to give yourself kudos for all that you've accomplished, how far you've come this year. Looking back over everything that has gone well this week, that might you might get some inspiration from that too, but that might also, if you are in the middle of a storm or heading into a storm, heading into kind of choppy energy, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. The other thing, tangible abundance. What is the abundance in your life that you can touch, feel, experience right now? Not what's coming in the future. What do you have right now that you can enjoy? Connecting with others. This is all about not so much working towards goals here this week. This is about slowing down, spending time with, you know, people that matter, people that you connect with, even if that's just animals, taking time out to just enjoy the moment, enjoy nature, enjoy all of the blessings that you have this week. So taking time out for that. You're really being asked to slow down. And I think that's because things aren't quite clear this week. So it could be very tempting to rush into something. You're not wanting to surrender to the change. So yeah, just slow down this week. Take time to enjoy the peaceful energy that is coming through this week. And it might not necessarily feel peaceful, but you can create that. I feel like that's why that tangible abundance is coming up here. You know, what do you have in your life right now that brings you a lot of joy that you can connect with? That also might be just a good strategy for coping with this week or getting through really uncomfortable energy this week, fire signs. So fire, if you're feeling uncomfortable, that's okay. It's only 1 week. I feel like you'll have more clarity and a better sense of direction, probably more towards, well, I'm hearing November, but more towards the end of this month. But if you have a situation that you'd like a one-on-one reading, my info is below. So fire signs, have a fantastic week. I'm sending you a lot of love. Take care.